Do you want to know how to make fresh garlic chicken Kievs using the Ninja Dual Zone air fryer from scratch using these simple ingredients? Then stay tuned and watch the rest of this video.
1 Pizza 2 ready, cooking and unboxing videos.
Welcome back everybody, and as I've just said, I'm going to be showing you a dead quick simple way to make chicken Kievs at home yourself using a few little chefy secrets and tips to wow your friends and family, and you'll never buy these again after you've made them. So let me move you in and I'm just going to run through the ingredients that I've got in front of me. We have the 4 chicken breast or chicken fillets, garlic, mixed herbs, cracked black pepper, sea salt, 1 250 gram packet of butter, we have breadcrumbs, we have 4 eggs, and we have some plain flour. Now you know the ingredients, the first thing we need to do is we're going to use this softened butter, and we're going to add a good pinch of salt, good pinch of cracked black pepper, and some mixed herbs. These are all dried, and we're going to mix this in. Then what we're going to do is we're going to chop some fresh garlic up, and we're going to mix this in. Or if you want to use the squeezy tube garlic or garlic paste pre-made, feel free to add that in at this point. So I'm just going to mix it up nice and simple like that. Then I'm going to prep the garlic. So I've got the garlic, and all I'm going to do is cut it ends off, and that'll make it nice and easy just to get all the cloves out. Like that. Just put it in my bin. Then you've got all the cloves. Now I'm going to use quite a few of these. I'm going to choose the big ones, and then the little ones I'm going to put back in there. And then all I'm going to do is just give them a little tap. Obviously if you've got one of the garlic presses or a crusher, or you don't like doing it with a knife, feel free to do the same using whatever you like. I just like using knives. Okay. Also a good little tip for garlic, sometimes you can cut the root out, put them on the plate with a little bit of water and give them a few sort of seconds or minutes in the microwave to soften up, and they do squeeze straight out. But we're not dealing with a lot of garlic here, are we? So then what I'm going to do next is just give it a quick chop. I love the smell of garlic when you're chopping it. And then once you've got it fairly small, like that, you're then going to go back to your salt, and you're going to put a couple of good pinches on top, and that's then going to act like sandpaper, like a grinding agent. With your fingers on the knife, and you can hear the salt grinding away. I'm just going to make a little garlic puree. And what that does, it just starts releasing all that garlicky goodness, the flavour, but it also means you don't end up eating a big chunk of garlic. There we go. So we're going to go in with all of this garlic paste. Into the butter with the herbs, and we're just going to mix all this up. So in here there's butter, there's the herbs, there's the salt and pepper, and there's the garlic puree that we've just made. Then with this, we're going to put this into a little piping bag. So I have one here. It's a normal size piping bag, and all I've done is I've just cut this end off. If you don't have a piping bag, don't panic. Just use a food bag to put it in, and we'll cut the corner off it because we're going to squeeze this butter into the chicken. So I'm going to fill this piping bag with this butter. And you can make this well in advance. It will sit at room temperature. If you put it in the fridge, it'll go solid. All that butter in. Don't want to leave any. There we go, and then just fold the bag back up. See the butter in, and then I'm just going to squash it down. And then I'm just going to cut the end off, just a little bit. Cut the end off like that. So then the butter will squeeze down and will come out the end like that. Twist the top, and that is ready to go in a little bit. So next we're going to get on with the chicken. So next what we're going to do, we've got the pané station ready. So we've got flour, eggs and breadcrumbs. Now into the flour we're going to go with the rest of the pepper, the rest of the salt, and we're going to mix that around. So we've got some seasoned flour, and then we're going to crack the eggs into the bowl, to the full egg. And the last one. There we go. I'm just going to give that a little whisk. Try and keep it in the bowl, but I'm always messy. So seasoned flour, eggs and breadcrumbs. Then the chicken breast. So what we're actually going to do is, a lot of people will slice these open to fill, and we're not going to do that. We're going to make a little incision at the top, the thickest part of the breast. We're going to put the knife in, sweep it round, and then use your finger to make the pocket or the hollow inside the breast. So the way we're going to do that is, we're going to get our knife, I'm going to go in. Now you don't need a big incision, just the thickness of the knife. I'm going to push the knife in and just work it round, and you can kind of feel where it is. Then using a finger, just open that pocket up. That way when we fill it with the butter, it should puff up. So that's one done. I'll get these other three done, and then we can get filling. Right, so that's all of those done. So now I'm going to use the butter and fill it up. So we know we've got 4 to do. So in goes the end, and you will be able to see this kind of puff up. There we go. And you'll see that the pocket is nice and full with the butter, and it's just poking out at the end. So I'm going to push that in and close that up. So do all the others. So again, piping bag or whatever bag you've got in, and again, and finally the biggest one. That must be mine. And then we've probably got a third of the butter left. So that is all the chicken breast filled up. So I'm just going to quickly go and wash my hands and tidy up here, and then we're going to get pane in. Right, okay, so we're back ready to pane. So what we're going to do, and you can put these in the fridge to be fair for half an hour to firm up a bit, but we're just going to go with it. So coat the flour into the egg, so I like to make sure I get all the flour bit done first. 2 of them in the egg mix. And same again. And I also like to keep a dry hand and a wet hand, so this next hand is going to go into here. So what we're going to do, spin that round, make sure the eggs coated it really well, a bit more at the top, let it drain, then into the crumbs, and then with the dry hand just coat them. We want to make sure they are well coated, and you can always dip them back into the egg and breadcrumbs so you've done double coating, depending on how crummy you like it. So there's one, and I'll get these other ones done now. And there we have it. More hand washing to do, but the Kievs are looking good. So I'm going to switch it on, and what I'm then going to do is I'm going to select air fry around here. Then I'm going to leave it on 200, but time, I'm going to put this on for 30 minutes. It may not need 30 minutes, but we're going to see, it may need 25, but beauty of this is you can have a look as it's cooking. So 30 minutes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to press match so that the second drawer also does the same. And all I'm going to do next is I'm going to let this cook just for a minute, down to 29 minutes, just to take the chill off the baskets and to heat it up. Because really what we want to do is put the chicken in when it's quite warm, so we don't want the butter to start melting in the middle instantly. We want the outsides to start cooking quite quick. Right, I'm going to take the drawers out, and believe it or not, they are already pretty warm. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the chicken breasts in onto the racks. So I'll just show you this one. Don't worry, I will go and sanitize the handle as well and wash my hands afterwards. And again into this one. And then put this in and this one in. And then I'm going to clip them both in. And they're now cooking down. So we'll come back in sort of 10 minutes time, and then we'll have a quick look. So we're just coming up to the end of the first sort of 9 minutes of cooking, so we'll have a quick look. And already they're looking pretty good. So back in, and I'm going to leave them for another 10 minutes. Now I do have a probe, because this Ninja Dual Zone isn't the probe version. I do have a little probe. These are fairly cheap on Amazon. I'll stick a link to one in my description. I think this one was about £8 or £9. And I've got a knife ready to cut them open. But I also have a fancier probe. This is the Inkbird Wi-Fi probe. You may have seen this in previous videos when I unboxed it and I used it on my wood-fired oven. So again, this is Wi-Fi based, so you could be anywhere in your house and you'll know what the Ninja is doing via the phone app. Really good bit of kit and worth checking that video out. These have now been going another 10 minutes and I've got to say, looking rather good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the probe out and I'm going to give them a little probe just to see where they're at, because they look pretty done to me, so it'd be interesting to see what the probe says. So just into the thickest part. And already, I don't know if you can see that, but it says 87 and rising to 91. So, as in food safety, they're done. Let's get into the biggest one. And that's showing at 77.3. So we are all good, and they're nice and brown and they look really good. So let's cut one up and see what they're like. So really, they've only taken 19 minutes to cook. Really good. So let's open the drawer. And let's lift one out. Now they will be hot, so if you don't have asbestos fingers, please make sure you are careful. Look at them. So let's chop this one up, shall we? I'm going to move the Ninja slightly over. Really nice crunch. And you'll see all the oozy garlic butter with the herbs and the spices. And the smell in here is amazing. They smell fabulous. So now we need to taste one and see what they're like. Okay, so you can still see the steam coming off these. So I'm going to give it a little try. And the breadcrumb coating is really, really crispy. We know the chicken's perfectly cooked because we've temperature tested it. Try not to drop it. Wow, so soft, tender. And a really, really good kick of garlic. Now, you can put whatever you want into these. You don't have to do garlic butter. You could put cream cheese filling in it as well if you wanted. Anything that you see in Chicken Kiev in the shop, have a go. Let me know in the comments below. Have you done Chicken Kievs before in the Ninja Dual Zone? Are you going to have a go? What's your favourites? And head over to Ninja Foodie World Facebook page, the page that One Pizza Too Many run. That's me. However, it's obviously run by the members themselves. Get some pictures on of your Chicken Kievs. I really want to see them. And make sure you do bang me a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to give you a thumbs up back as well. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you again very soon.
One pizza too many.